Now, still we are in the 17th century, and from France to Amsterdam, at the time in Holland, they have quite wealthy people, rich people, in fact, who they, in fact, like to invest, and they want to invest in a specific project. And from that time, it came the idea of investment. And from that time, it's the number of shareholders increases who are not the managers. Now, from 17th century, let's jump to the 19th century, and let's go to Britain, and specifically to Scotland, where the period which we call it the Industrial Revolutions. And it is the great, let's say, effort has been given at that time to the separation of the management from the shareholders, and that in fact led to the creation of auditing and accounting professions, which we use them up to today date. Now let's jump to the beginning of the 20th century. At the 20th or the beginning of the 20th century, German came up with the idea of the standardization of financial statement. He said, yes, the financial accounts and the financial statements and the financial report should be standardized and used by all companies in the same way. So they proposed the trading account at that time, then they proposed the profit and loss account, then they proposed the balance sheet, and also it came the idea of the manufacturing account, with, of course, with the help of the British accounting system at that time, because, as I said, the Britain has started the industrial, let's say, revolution, specifically in Scotland. Now, let's now jump again to after or during, let's say, the 20th centuries, where United States came and said that we are proposing the consolidation of accounts for the groups and for management account and for complex accounting, like the accounting for leases. And from that idea again, let's go back to UK. UK at the 19th century, again they propose the fair and true view for their financial report, which is in fact up to today can be considered as one of the top principles of financial accounting and auditing. And again, before the end of the 20th century, Japan, it came in and say, we want to develop, and we in fact, and they did it, and they greatly contribute to the managerial accounting and control. And we'll talk about the Japanese accounting and Japanese managerial accounting in more details later, because, as I said, it is a very hot issue, and even the United States and the British companies nowadays, they go back to the Japanese accounting, specifically the managerial accounting, and they use it because they find it's much interesting, much helpful for the decision making and control. Now, from this discussion, we notice that in fact the development of accounting is due to the development of the nation, specifically when we look at the commercial development of of that nation. And not surprisingly to see in fact that the leader inventors of of the nations are in fact the leader inventor of accounting. Now let's jump to the next point.